The Sports Desk wraps up the spring sports season. South's successful boys volleyball team got him a title, but that's not the only successful team in a Spartan uniform. The North Saxons took the diamond first, then with both the baseball and softball teams seeing postseason action and a great Pioneer League season. The Lady Tartar softball team led Torrance High this spring with the best record, and a baseball loses a senior stud. Plus, Warrior softball edges out baseball for their better season. Who's a ringer for the Lady Warriors? We've got more available options this summer for your kids, and camps coming your way, so get fired up because it starts right now. Hello and welcome to the Sports Desk. Congratulations to the Los Angeles Kings, who are now the reigning Stanley Cup champions. We have a few champions here in this city. Let's go ahead and get started talking about them. As we begin the spring wrap-up, it's only appropriate that we start with the city's most successful athletic program. Boys volleyball brought home a banner to the South Gym, and the team's softball team postseason outshined all of the other schools. Aaron Giddens brings us this quick wrap-up.
The South Torrance Spartans had an amazing season in sports this spring. From crosstown rivalry games to intense CIF playoff games, the Sports Desk was there to capture all the spectacular highlights. Ladies first, so we'll start with the Spartan softball team, who had a roller coaster season, but they went from being a wild card team in the playoffs to the CIF championship game. Senior Carolyn Snodgrass, who will be attending Belmont University in the fall, carried the team on her arm literally, as the team had no backup pitcher this season. Snodgrass threw a no-hitter with 14 strikeouts and no walks to lead South past St. Lucy's in Division III semifinal. In the 56-pitch outing, Snodgrass threw 60 strikes. Runners, take your mark, as the South track and field had some pretty quick movers in hurdler Cody Smith and freshman Alexis Henry. Smith shocked the competition when he captured the CIF track title after being seeded last. Freshman Alexis Henry was a quadruple champion in the Pioneer League in the 100-200 meter races and ran on both winning relay teams. She also broke the school's 100-meter record with a time of 12.01. Now on to the diamond, where the Spartans baseball had a rocky season. With a team of mostly seniors, South was able to end the season with a 12-14 record. Next year will be a season of regrouping and refocus. And last, but certainly not least, are the Spartan boys volleyball team. These studs dominated the Pioneer League, going undefeated. South matched up with Burroughs in the CIF semifinals, showing them who ruled the rivalry after splitting match wins during the regular season. The victory didn't stop there, as second-seeded South went on to beat top-seeded Warren 3-1, winning the CIF Southern Section Division III title. Head coach Kevin McElwee is the first coach to lead South volleyball to a CIF championship. A few of South seniors receive athletic scholarships, so their talent doesn't stop here. That wraps up our highlights of South Spring sports. Congratulations to the Spartans on such a successful season, and good luck to all the seniors taking their talents to the next level. I'm Aaron Giddens for the Sports Desk.
Thanks, Aaron, for that wrap-up. Man, from track to volleyball, very successful. The boys volleyball team garners the most successful tag with the CIF Southern Section Division III champions. And the Spartan volleyball team roster is full of scholarship players looking forward to their post-high school career. Ace pitcher Carolyn Snodgrass is headed to Belmont University in Nashville, Tennessee. A future Seminole, Alex Kossoff, will be missed, and Paige Kissling is going to the University of North Texas, out there in Denton, Texas. Denise Flores will be in Florida at Florida State Jacksonville. The Spartans teams were the most successful out of the bunch, with a lot of scholarships over their entire year too. And congrats to the athletes who brought Spartan success, and to those who will continue their athletic careers in college. We've got more for you after this short break. It's all about the North Saxons chomping at the bit for recognition, and a number of future college stars as well. Whose team is the best team this spring? Stick around, we'll tell you.
This neighborhood sure has changed in my lifetime. You know, there was a time when people like me couldn't live here because of their race or the color of their skin. I'll never forget how I felt being told I wasn't welcome in this neighborhood, that this apartment was for whites only. That got better over time, but some people still didn't get equal treatment when it came to finding a home.
No, there's no apartment here for you.
Well, I own this building now. The Fair Housing Act made a difference for someone like me. It gives us the opportunity to live in communities of our choice, free from discrimination. The Fair Housing Act makes it illegal to discriminate in the renting or selling of a home because of race, color, religion, sex, national origin, familial status, or disability. Know your rights. If you believe you have experienced housing discrimination, contact HUD.
What disables more children than Down syndrome, spina bifida, or fetal alcohol syndrome? It's a birth defect virus called cytomegalovirus, or CMV. CMV attacks 1 in 150 babies born in the U.S. 1 in 5 of those babies will suffer lifelong disability. Get the facts. Learn how to protect your unborn child. Visit cmvfoundation.org.
A quarterback, a class clown, a natural leader, someone's son, someone's father, someone's best friend. For those who died in the Vietnam War, the greatest tribute is to see them not just as names on the wall, but as the people they were. The Education Center at the wall will put faces to the names. It will preserve photos, letters, and mementos of veterans so their stories and sacrifice will never be forgotten. Call or click now. Help us build it.
Welcome back. The North Saxons boast talent on the diamond this season with a core group of seniors leading the baseball team. But we can't forget the softball team led by a different senior stat leader every week. There's more happening over at North, though, and Brittany Johnson fills us in.
We have brought you team coverage and up-to-date news all season long on teams here at North High. And now, it's time to take a look back and see just how these teams ended up. All right, let's kick things off with the ladies on the softball field. Head coach Howard Miller prepared his team for league play by having the girls compete against a plethora of #1 teams during preseason. He even had the team compete against the #1 team in the nation. Though the team got off to a great start this year, they did face some obstacles late in the season. BYU-bound Coco Tawali'i missed 6 games this year due to a sprained ankle. With her absence, North had to switch up his batting order and field alignment. The Lady Saxons would go on to finish the season as Pioneer League champs with a record of 25-8. That would instill them a spot in the playoffs with a chance to win it all. But their postseason play came to an unexpected end when they hit a wall against St. Lucy's Regents in the CIF Southern Section Division III quarterfinals. Next season looks promising for the team with 9 returners, with 2 of those returners being standouts Megan Otino and Vanessa Gonzalez in the outfield. Star pitcher Kelsey Cairns is on her way to Cal State East Bay. Sydney Helene will attend San Jose State, and third baseman Jordan Stamps will be at Delaware. Good luck to you ladies. The boys volleyball team was still trying to figure things out this year. They posted a 2-4 league record. Some of their top players this year were senior Lars Little in the outside hitter position, senior setter Christian Headland, and junior outside hitter Craig Stock. These standout players led the team to the second round playoffs this season, but fell short in a rally-tight game in the end. Head coach Kevin Gray only has 3 graduating seniors on the team this year and looks forward to the rest of the team returning. The boys varsity tennis team was able to seal a second-place spot with a 4-5 league record. They were strong in doubles play this year, with their #1 doubles being held down by Keith Yanagi and Sterling Abrams. Harrison Lee also stood out in doubles play this season and helped lead the team to the first round of the Division III playoffs. The team couldn't swing the win in their favor, and they lost 3-15 against St. Margaret's. Before we head out, you know we have to go back out to the diamond and see how the baseball team ended things this season. Led by standout pitcher Dalton Erb and shortstop Jack Kennedy, the Saxons couldn't grab the Pioneer League crown, but they were able to make it all the way to the CIF quarterfinals, an accomplishment that hasn't happened since 2003. Dalton Erb had an impressive senior year. He went 11-1 with a 1.55 ERA. He pitched 7 complete games, had 84 strikeouts, and only gave up 44 hits in 77 innings pitched. Jack Kennedy, North's clutch player, finished the season with a .426 batting average with just over a .500 on-base percentage and 22 runs. Despite the numbers, it wouldn't be enough to lead North to a win against St. Bonaventure in the CIF quarterfinals. The Saxons came up short in the battle, going home with a 3-2 loss. The team will have 6 returners next season to pick up where they left off. And that about brings us to an end with our fall season wrap-up. Until next time, I'm Brittany Johnson for the Sports Desk.
Thanks, Brittany, for the wrap-up. Softball's ace on the mound, Kelsey Cairns, will take her ammo-filled arm to Cal State East Bay. Outfielder Sydney Haleen is headed to San Jose State. Sharpshooter Coco Tauali'i is going to Brigham Young, and Jordan Stamps is taking her talents to Delaware State. Coach Howard Miller is going to miss these ladies in his lineup for sure. He's got other talent, though, on that roster, and the baseball team notched a second-place finish behind El Segundo. The 8 seniors on this team led them to the Division IV quarterfinals. And we will meet these seniors next week and find out who is going where after high school. But coming up after the break, we're going to head home over to the West Warriors to see what the spring brings and the hope for next year. Stick around.
The strongest families are built one moment at a time. For more ways to make every day count, visit facebook.com/makeeverydaycount.
We're asking folks about marriage.
You know, marriage makes me think of sports. You know, teamwork, dedication.
Okay, let's see what people say.
Let's say your marriage is a sport. What sport would it be?
Oh, what sport?
Basketball.
Surfing. Because we've been riding the wave for so long.
It have to be a team sport.
Definitely teamwork.
Ice hockey.
Baseball. It lasts a long time and not a lot happens.
Ping pong.
So why ping pong?
Always on our toes, but relaxed and fun.
Maybe doubles tennis.
So there's a lot of back and forth.
A lot of people watching.
So how many people are influenced by your marriage?
Hundreds?
Yeah.
I think we could easily fill a football stadium with all the people that we've influenced. And you really think about the ripple effect.
One influences the next and the next and the next. It's like a wave.
So it looks like a good marriage touches a lot of people.
Exactly. A good marriage goes a long way.
Want to improve your marriage? For ideas, go to foryourmarriage.org. A message from the Catholic Church.
I believe that home is where your pet is.
And that loving an animal means never giving up on them, never letting them go.
I believe that when you spay or neuter your pets, you help decrease the number of homeless animals.
Because every dog and cat deserves a place to call home.
I believe that I found my best friend at a shelter. And you can too.
We believe that together with Best Friends Animal Society,
we can bring about a time when there are no more homeless pets.
Visit ambassadors.bestfriends.org.
Hi, I'm Jerry West, and you're watching the Sports Desk.
Welcome back. The West Warriors spring season was filled with new beginnings, which is what spring is about. The spring athletic programs experienced some growing pains, but also added some plays to the highlight reels. Sports Desk reporter John Lewis takes us through the Warriors spring.
It was a difficult spring season for West Torrance athletics. Practically every team, it seemed, faced a tough challenge fighting off their rivals within the Bay League. We saw a lot of regrouping and implementing of structure, and although there was enough disappointment to go around, there was also a lot of promise shown for the future of Warriors spring sports. Taking first to the diamond where perhaps the most disappointment was felt. The Warriors varsity baseball team came into the season attempting to capture another Bay League title under head coach Juan Cueva. Instead, West went 9-20 overall and finished 5th inside the Bay League. Seniors Tommy Uslin and Joey Notch attempted to hold the team together, but perhaps most impressive was junior Kevin Clausen, who held the reins catching and finished the season with a .321 average and 26 hits. With production like that, you can be certain West Torrance baseball will be pushing hard to get back atop the Bay League standings next year. Across the field, the Warriors varsity softball team was in a transitional phase under second-year head coach Corey Hans, who looked to seniors Tiffany Smith, Amanda Ross, and Jessica Andrews to provide some leadership and discipline to this young team. The Lady Warriors went 12-16 overall and 5-6 within their league, which is something that they can build upon for next season. In addition, they will have back ace-starting pitcher Allie Cox, who finished the season with 30 strikeouts from 77 innings pitched. You can be certain she will continue to work on her game, along with the rest of the underclassmen who hope to bring Warriors softball back to the top of the Bay League. Inside West Torrance's gymnasium, first-year head coach Brandon Smeltzer attempted to bring some optimism to a volleyball team who hadn't won a single game the previous season. The Warriors won 5 this year to finish 4th in the Bay League that contained a Miracosta team who was ranked 3rd nationally for most of the season. West fought a hard 3 sets against that Miracosta team when the SportsDesk visited them, and with returning players like Eddie Gordon and Devon Burkett, you can be assured West Torrance will continue to make progress until they're once again a contender in their division.
Thanks, John, for the look back. Both the softball and baseball teams can expect to get a lot better next season with returning talent, as do the volleyball teams. And the softball team ended with 5 wins and didn't make the playoffs, but valiantly played in the 3rd place game. And the baseball team ended strong with those 2 wins over Lusinger. And we cannot forget a big win over Redondo that really helped upset the Bay League standings. But coming up after this break, we've got another quick look at a Torrance school to wrap up their spring sports season. The softball team got back a win over their friendly rivals as their program gains speed and recognition nationally.
What if you could unleash your child's creativity while preparing them for a successful future? What if you could ignite your child's love of learning with one after-school program? What if that one program was easy and fun and taught critical thinking, teamwork, and communication? Destination Imagination is the one. Destination Imagination has been teaching kids teamwork, creativity, and problem solving for more than 25 years. Our students report increased ability to excel at school. Teachers report better attention and participation in our students. A major university study has documented how our students are ahead of others in creativity and innovation, skills that employers want and our future needs. To learn more about Destination Imagination, go to www.startateam.org and make Destination Imagination the one for you.
Peace Corps is a life-defining leadership experience. Volunteers live, learn, and work with a community overseas for 27 months, providing grassroots assistance.
Peace Corps is special because volunteers get to work first-hand with community members. We build personal relationships. We are in the homes, we are in the community centers, we are in the organizations. We are just amongst the people, making decisions with them, interacting with them on a daily basis.
After the 2 years of serving the Peace Corps, I feel like I have brought something to the table. Looking back and seeing what I have given, I can honestly say that I've received 10 times as much back.
Explore how the Peace Corps can fit into your future. Be a volunteer.
Watch the full PSA at a screen near you. Visit peacecorps.gov/be.
The Torrance Tartars baseball and softball programs didn't bring back any banners, but they are definitely sending a message that they are on the path that way next year. Whether it's softball or baseball remains to be seen. This year, softball takes the lead as the most successful team, but Torrance baseball can still hang a hat on another Major League Baseball prospect graduating from their program. The Lady Tartar softball team leads the spring wrap-up. Their season was an overall success, hosting their first-year national tournament, coming up with a 7-3 Pioneer League record. The team, with only one senior in Sarah Helm, lost to the North Saxons twice in the season, but came back to win in the last game 3-2 on North's turf. They would go into the playoffs, but lose in the second round to Bishop Amat. Coach Don Glavich and his crew have a lot to look forward to next season. The Tartar baseball program can be proud of Major League prospect Tyrone Taylor. They will miss him and all of the seniors from this season. The highlight of their season was an 8-game win streak midway. Their overall record of 20-13 with a 7-3 league showing find them losing in the first round of the playoffs. The Tartar baseball fans can look forward to next year. The Lady Tartars are only looking to be the team to beat next season with a 26-8 overall record, hosting a national tournament under their belt. Expectations are high, and they are losing Sarah Helm, but she will be playing at El Camino College. And the baseball program is losing Tyrone Taylor, Jake Renzi, and Dean Okamura, just to name a few. All you have to do is look at the juniors and the sophomores who are ready and willing to move into that starting lineup. That's all we have for the spring wrap-ups, but another congrats to all the athletes continuing their education and their athletic careers. Let's now talk about another option you have for your kiddos this summer. We'll bring you more action from the actual camp later on this year, but let's take a quick look at a kid and parent favorite. From kick flips to ollies, it's all included. Camp Director Trevor Elder tells us what to expect. The city might not have ramps at the skate park anymore, but that doesn't mean you can't learn a few tricks. Like an ollie or a flip kick. But it's also about the basics and, of course, safety. It's just as important to learn the different parts of your skateboard as it's important to learn to balance. Skate instructor Trevor Elder tells us why.
We teach the kids that you need to know your board, because if you're outside the camp and you're rolling down a hill, for instance, and you have really, really loose trucks, and it's happened to me as a kid, you start going, you hit a certain speed, your board starts wobbling, and you're going to inevitably fall. We teach them that, you need to know that if you're going down a hill or something, you need to tighten it so to keep, in order to keep your board more stable.
Your child might not turn out to be the next Tony Hawk, but they'll surely have a better grip than kids that don't take a basic skateboarding class.
Like doing games and having fun and learning more tricks.
One of the best ways to master new skateboarding tricks is to have fun while you're learning it, and the kids master it and have confidence before they know it. It definitely puts a new spin on sharks and minnows. Trevor Elder and staff bring years of experience of teaching and skateboarding themselves, and definitely bring a new twist to it at Torrance Skateboard Camp. This camp is a good one for beginners and mid-level skaters to learn new tricks, safety procedures, and of course all the while meeting new friends. And you can see the dates there that they start June 18th is the first week. And you can also see the usual methods of information or way to get more information. The most important thing to tell you is that the Torrance Skateboard Camp at yahoo.com is the most direct way to get all of your questions answered about that. Actually, now it's that time of the show where you can let us know something about your favorite athlete or summer camp. Go ahead and take a look at the information. Give us a call, 618-5762, the sports desk at torranceca.gov. You can view all of our shows online at torranceca.gov. And don't forget that YouTube channel that has This Week in Torrance and the Sports Desk. We have a lot more stuff coming your way this summer. Next week, we will go every other week. So if you have any ideas for us about things to do in the summer out here in Torrance at the beach, the Wilson Park, please let us know. So until next time, Torrance, have fun, and congrats to all those graduating seniors.